Hello everyone, this is Alisha Costanzo and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a whole lot of TBRs. Okay, so I've been doing a Bookopoly for the last 2 months and I have really enjoyed it. This last month, aka April, has been absolutely insane with the amount of books that I have read, considering how much I read last year, which was one whole book and 4 parts of 4 different books. And this year so far, I've already completed my 15 books for the year that I had planned. I'm on number 16, which makes like number 7 or 8 for this month. So I'm going to be an absolute crazy person. And I'm going to roll my Bookopoly 12 times. You heard me right. 12 times. Because I'm insane. But hear me out, school's gonna be over, so I only have to grade finals, and that's not too much of a time suck. I mean, that's barely any time suck if I'm being honest with myself. Put in final grades, which halfway already figured out because I did their midterm grades, and no more 8 videos to film and edit and upload every week. So I'm gonna have a lot more time on my hands. I am gonna start fixing my house though, so audiobooks though. You are my saving grace. Which means that most of my TBR is likely not going to be my actual shelves of books that I have to read. I'm going to at least try to fit one in there. We'll see if I can't get to. But I'm just going to enjoy reading before I tack other shit on myself, like more than what I already am. I feel the hypocrisy. It's alright. You can remind me in the comments below if you'd like. Anyways, before I get into my Bookopoly, let me tell you what read-a-thons I'm taking part in, because I think I'm taking part in 5? You heard me right. 5 read-a-thons. Fortunately, 2 of them don't have any prompts to them. So it's just reading during a certain time and doing like Instagram posts. I don't do Twitter, so I miss out on a lot of book stuff in the Twitter community, but I don't tweet. Whatever. If you wanna know what twit comes from, watch the iPhone episode of Futurama and Twitcher. Anyways, sidetracked. So 5 reading-a-thons. The first one is going to be from, you see I have this nice handy calendar because I'm ridiculous. So my first one's going to be the Desertathon, and that is hosted by Esme from Bookish Buddies. She's adorable. If you have not watched Esme, you should absolutely go check her out. But she's doing the Desertathon, and she's got 5 prompts. I'll put those up here for you guys, but essentially it's a warm word in the title, a flower on the cover, a book with monsters in it, a book with a red cover, and a book with a desert vibe. And I think I have 3 books picked out for these, so we will see if Bookopoly agrees with me or not. I'm gonna try to fit whatever I can into those prompts, and then let me tell you. The second read-a-thon I am taking part in is the believathon. I think people are calling it a mini believathon. I'm just gonna call it the believathon. And that is hosted by How to Train Your Gavin, who is another really funny booktuber. So if you like humor and books in middle grade, that's the booktuber for you. And he has a map, which I will put up here, and 5 prompts to get to the end. And since it's from the 11th to the 24th, maybe I can accomplish that. We'll see. I'm gonna push myself. And again, see if these prompts are gonna fit my Bookopoly prompts. Real quick, the path I have chosen in preparation for the read-a-thon is everybody starts at the beginning at Poacher's Pocket Inn, and that's start a new series, so I have something in mind for that. I wanted to go to the Yellow Brick Road next because that is a book I was supposed to read years ago, and I have something in mind for that. Then I want to go to the 100 Acre Woods, which is a yellow cover, and one of my series that I'm reading has a yellow cover in one of the next books. Then I was going to go to the Brawley Rail, which means transportation on the cover or in the book, and the steampunk series that I've been reading has trams and a floating school, so that's pretty transportation focused. And then of course ending at the Stronghold, which is the next in a series, and again I have some things on hold for that, so hoping I can read them. The next read-a-thon that I'm in has no prompts, and that is just about a book's read-a-thon and participation on Instagram, which I will do. And then there is the 24 Before Monday, which is a 3-day challenge from Friday until Sunday, the last weekend of the month, and I don't know who hosts this, unfortunately. Not sure who hosts the About a Books either, but I know they have their own tags and websites and whatnot to be found. I'll link it all. And possibly the selection read-a-thon, which is the only like 4 days that I don't have something already there. on top of the weekend with the 24 before Monday. I have the first one saved, but I don't know if I'll get it in time, so we'll see if that happens. And that would be the 13th book. We'll see. And the last readathon is a month-long readathon, which is the medievalathon, hosted by Holly Hart's Books, and she's got prompts that I think will be really easy to fit other prompts into. And since you can't double up her books for hers, I will be just doubling up my readathons instead. I'm not going to list all of hers because she's got a lot, but as I get through them I'll show you what prompts they fit, if I can get any to fit. So let's get into roll number 1 without any more flabber. Alright, I am going to be doing 12. Was I doing 12 rolls? Oh god. Roll number 1. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Steampunk, that's a good one. So roll number 1 is steampunk. If you were paying attention, you'll know I'm reading a steampunk series. So this fits perfectly in my planned TBR, which means I'm going to be reading Waistcoats and Weaponry by Gail Carriger for this. And this is going to be my Brawley Trail prompt because it's got trains on the front of it. We got it. Roll number 2. It's a 9. 1, 2, 3. Community shelf. Uh-oh. Alright, let's shuffle these babies up. And read a water novel. Ooh. Alright. Alright. So roll number 2. Water book. I've had a water book on my currently reading on Goodreads for the last 3 months, I think, 2 months, and I think I should finally get to it. It is Born of Water by A.L. Noor. And this doesn't fit any prompt other than Bookopoly and my wanting to read it, so I'll probably either read it first before all the hubbubaloo starts on the 4th, or at the end of the month once all the hubbubaloo and readathon stacking ends. Roll number 3. Another 9. Romance. Roll number 3. Romance. I'm going to stretch this a little teeny tiny bit. This is categorized as a type of romance. When I looked it up on Goodreads, it was one of the top 3 categories, so I'm going to take it. My game, my rules. And it's going to be Graduation Day by Joelle Charbonneau. I can't even read my handwriting. Charbonneau? I'm sorry. I am sorry that I do not know how to pronounce your name. I don't know how to pronounce quite a few words. It's a problem. But I'm going to read the last in that series, which means that I can also use it for my stronghold, reading the next in a series, because I've read the first 2 in the testing series already and enjoyed them. Enjoyed the first more than the second, but I'm hoping that the 3rd redeems what happened in the 2nd. We'll see. We'll see, I'll let you know. And it's also going to be my medieval prompt for romance. See what I did there? Roll number 4. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Myth and legend. So roll number 4. Myth and legend. This put me for a loop because this does not fit any of my direct prompts that I have. However, I did find one that everybody's been talking about, and it is Circe. That is by, who's that by? By Madeline Miller, and it seems interesting, and it also fits the medievalathon prompt of a book starting with a C, so I will take it. Roll number 5. 11. Start a series. That is actually one of my prompts for my readathon, so that is perfect. Roll number 5 is start a series, which is perfect because the first prompt in the believathon is to start a new series. So thank you, Bookopoly, for being semi-nice to me today. Anyways, the book I chose for this is Thriller. Why did I choose that? Because it didn't fit anywhere else. That's why I chose that. It doesn't even fit with that prompt. Because I'm starting 2 new series this month, because I'm a weirdo. Anyways, start a new series is going to be Land of Dust, which is also a desertathon prompt, which is a warm word in the title, and the dust along with the cover color and vibe makes it warm to me, because the dried dust of, you know, like the desert. And that is by John cover. I can't author name, I'm sorry. And so it's going to be my warm word and my desert vibe prompts for desertathon. And it's also going to fit medievalathon orange cover if I get through it. You're probably asking yourself, Alicia, why didn't you put Cersei as your orange cover? Because it's the C cover and you can't double up, or the C title and you can't double up. So roll number 6. 10. Urban fantasy. The good thing is I read these things, so no matter what I pick, the prompt should be a rather good one, right? And look at, I'm probably gonna jinx myself with that. Roll number 6 is urban fantasy. Urban fantasy is always a good roll for me. This is gonna be hitting quite a few things. First, I am going to be reading White Cat by Holly Black. I am testing out if she is really one of my new favorite authors or not. I have become addicted in the Folk of Air series, so we will see if that translates to her other books. But she fits the prompt for Poacher's Pocket Inn, which is to start a new series for the Believathon, and high expectations for medievalathon. And yeah, I'm glad I got 2 out of that. What is this? Roll number 7. 12. And there I went, and I jinxed myself. Alright, non-fiction. It's gonna be hard to fit in with all the other stuff. But okay. Don't taunt the Bookopoly board, apparently. My next roll, roll number 7, wondering why I'm doing this to myself at this point, was non-fiction. That put a bit of a hink in my plans for this month. I found an audiobook nonfiction from somebody who I actually really enjoy her talk. She did a TED Talk. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So first of all, it's The Art of Asking by Amanda Palmer, who is a musician and also Neil Gaiman's wife. And she did a TED Talk about The Art of Asking, which was a 15-18 minute video, I'm guessing based off of the book that she wrote, and honestly it makes me cry every time. It's a great example of how to give a presentation. I use it for Comp 2, and I'm gonna read her book. It sounds like something that will be positive and uplifting and something I could use right now creatively as well, so that is what I'm going to go with. And it does fit a prompt, one prompt for the medievalathon, and that is a book that scares me, that I'm scared to read. Nonfiction always scares me to read it, if I'm being honest with myself, so there we go. Roll number 8. 3. Steampunk again. Good thing is I have 2 steampunk novels that I want to read next month. So, Roll number 8, and Bookopoly is being nice to me once more. I got another steampunk, which fits the other Finishing School by Gail Keller. Oh my god, I can't say her name. By Gail Carriger, which is the 4th in the series, which will finish me out of this series, which makes me pretty happy because I haven't completed a series in a really long time. And it's going to be Manners and a Mutiny. And it also fits a 100-acre wood prompt with the yellow cover. So, right. Roll number 9, because I am a masochist. Sadist? Masochist? I don't remember. Mystery and thriller. Oh, I did just say I wanted to read more of these, didn't I? I have some on my Goodreads and on my library loan wish list. Roll number 9 is a mystery thriller. And if you just read the book tag that I did mention I wanted to read more mystery thrillers. This put me out a little bit, but I figured out how to fit it in there because Goodreads, you came to my rescue again. I am going to be reading The Chess Queen Enigma by Colleen Gleason, and this is a 3rd in the series of Stalker and Holmes series, and it is actually a mystery, so I don't know why I never thought of that before, probably because it's young adult and paranormal as well, but I mean, it's a Holmes novel, so mystery, duh. I got that prompt in there, but this also is going to be my red and monsters prompts for the desertathon. Desert. I'm sounding like I'm saying dessert in a weird way. The desertathon. Roll number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. YA fantasy. I will take it. Roll number 10. YA fantasy. Being nice to me again. This fits perfectly with Blue Lily, Lily Blue by Maggie, and I cannot say her last name either. Are you seeing a trend here? It's Maggie Stiefvater? Factor. I don't know. I should probably go look that shit up before I start recording, but I'm lazy, so there you go. This is going to be my prompt for a flower on the cover for the desertathon, and the third in the Raven cycle. Oh, I can't wait to read it. I already have it on my phone. It's waiting. I have it for 2 weeks. I hope I can wait until the readathon starts to actually start reading it. It's gonna be the first one I get to. Do you fit with anything else? And this fits with the medievalathon of something pointy on the cover because there are thorns. Rule number 11. 11. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Romance again. Huh. Rule number 11. I feel like I've been doing this forever. Is romance. Not something I typically read, not something I had planned on reading this month, and I got it twice. So no cheating this time. I'm actually going to read a Jenna James novel. I read one of her novels last month, Trashy Romance. Trashy. What was that? Well, it was a trashy romance, but it was trashy something. I'll put it up here real quick. But she has a new series that actually sparked my Camp NaNoWriMo story that I'm working on. And it's 1 in 12 series, so I'm going to start with Aries, which is their Zodiac Queen series that she just began. And I have that book. I got it while it was free, so it actually could technically be on my TBR, even though it's my phone TBR. Anyways, if it's romance, I know I'm going to enjoy her writing. It's probably going to be a quick read, so I'm into it, which also means that this fits with the medievalathon prompt of under 300 pages. Last roll. Roll number 12. Wanted to give some gusto. 10. You should have read by now. And that actually fits one of my prompts too, so. And roll 12 is something I should have read by now. Which is perfect, because in Believathon, the prompt for the Yellow Brick Road is to read something you should have read by now. Is that how he phrases it? Supposed to read. Yeah. I was supposed to read years ago, and this is actually my only physical book that I have. Elie Wiesel, I think that's how you say his name, Knight. Should have read this in 10th grade English. It was assigned to me. I never read it. Again, if you've watched me at all, you know I don't like to read literary fiction, and I especially don't like reading things that were assigned to me. I have a power control complex. But this is going to fit my pristine cover because it's the only one I have that's physical, and I don't have any marks on it. Pristine. For the medievalathon, so I've got both the medievalathon and the believathon in this one, plus it was actually one of my chance cards, so I'm gonna have to replace it too. But it's on my list of books to read this year. We'll see if I get to it this month. Hopefully it doesn't take as long as Lord of the Flies did. It's about the same page length. We'll see, I guess. Alright guys, so that is my TBR in my 6 readathons that I'm doing in May. Let me know in the comments below if you are doing any TBR games, if you're doing any readathons, what you're going to be reading next month, if you have that planned out already, anything you're anticipating, or if you think I am an absolutely crazy motherfucker, because you'd be right. You would absolutely be right. I hope you join in one of these readathons, or that you found a book that you haven't seen before, and I'm going to go try not to be crazy that way. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.